Om Jnanatinimanthasya Jnananjalashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyate Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Thank you. We can have a turns for Hare Krishna Mahamantra until Mataji joins. Okay, who wants to go next? Isha, go ahead, Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Mataji, can I say? This is Kavya.
After Isha, okay? I first called Isha and then after Isha you can.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Isha. Everybody will get to do one time only, okay? Kavya, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mataji, can Rai Prahlad go now?
Yes, Rai Prahlad, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay. Now Bala Vrinda wants to go. Go ahead, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you. Mataji, before you start, can I give the chance to Krishna Naina one time to see?
Yeah.
Krishna Naina, you can.
Can I get a chance too?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Mataji, can I get a chance too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Is everybody done? Okay.
Mataji, we can continue the class. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for engaging. Hare Krishna. All right, 1 minute. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschayata Deshatarane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, let's get started here, kids. Radha, what is that, Radha? Can you show us? the deities?
They are just my dolls.
Oh,
Gauranganita. I have Jagannath, Subhadra, and Radha Krishna too.
oh, nice. Very, very nice.
They are dancing.
They are dancing. They love to dance all the time.
Mataji, I have all of them.
Oh, you also have all of them?
Like all of them. I have every doll. Alavrita has all of them.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Mataji, I also have the rare Ashtasakis.
Beautiful, beautiful way to engage yourself, playing with the dolls at the same time. We know who they are. So that's nice. So now today we are going to go into a little bit of technical section, but it's okay. I'll make it a little easy for you and we will discard portions that are too technical, okay? All right, so we all know about three Vishnus, Karnodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodakshay Vishnu. So we will see today what are their roles. What does Karnodakshay Vishnu do? Karnodakshay Vishnu, from his bodily pores, all the universes come. Okay, and when they come, it emanates from the body of Karnodakshay Vishnu. And these universes, they are dead. Without Garbhodakshay Vishnu entering into each of these universes, they are dead. So what happens? Garbhodaksha, from Karnodakshay Vishnu comes Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Garbhodakshay Vishnu enters each one of these universes, and that's how it enlivens the universe. This Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he acts as a super soul for each and every universe. Okay, and because of his perspiration, Garbhodaka water is there, and Garbhodakshay Vishnu rests in the Garbhodaka water, which comes out as a result of his perspiration. And then we have Shirodakshay Vishnu, that who comes from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and he is the super soul of each and every living entity. All right. So these are the three Vishnus that we must be aware of. Okay. So Karnodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodakshay Vishnu. Oh my God, why is the screen paused?
Yes,
Are you able to see the next screen?
No, Mataji, it's just showing us Lord Brahma born out of the flower.
Oh my. I don't know why. This is what I was showing you last time. I was talking about these three Vishnus. So I showed you this slide, but I don't know if it was displaying or not. But now it's displaying, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Okay, we'll see how he came. And so Garbhodakshay Vishnu, as I told you, he is the super soul of each and every universe. He is who enlivens each and every universe. Without him, the universe is kind of dead. And that is why he has to make his presence into each and every universe. Okay, so now the lotus flower is the universal Virat form or the gigantic form of the Lord in the material world, this lotus flower, okay? And it becomes amalgamated in the personality of Vishnu in his abdomen at the time of dissolution, and it becomes manifest at the time of creation. So what happens during dissolution is that everything, all the living entities, including Brahma, he also enters into the body of Karnodakshay Vishnu or Mahavishnu. And this is what happens to the lotus as well. And so this is what is being explained in the destruction time. Okay, and we also saw Garbhodakshay Vishnu enters into each and every one of the universes in order to enliven each universe. Without it, the universe is kind of dead. Now, how does Brahma appear is something we will be seeing now. The first of them, namely Brahma, or the controller of the universe, is generated from this lotus flower. So from the lotus flower, we have Brahma, who is generated, and he is the firstborn living entity, unlike all others. He has no material father, and thus he is self-born, or he is called Swayambhu. Okay, he goes to sleep with Narayana at the time of devastation, and when there is another creation, he is born in this way. So what happens at the time of dissolutions? The Jiva, including Brahma, everybody enters, even the lotus flower amalgamates into the body of Mahavishnu or Karnodakshay Vishnu, and this is what happens. And he goes to sleep with Narayana. So that is Brahma. at the time of devastation. Okay, Narayana, Mahavishnu, Karnodaksha, Vishnu. Here the terminology is the same. Okay. And Brahma doesn't have material father. Brahma is born out of this lotus power. And what was he trying to do? He couldn't see the world, although he was situated in the world. He therefore circumambulated the space, and while moving his eyes in all directions, he achieved 4 heads in terms of 4 directions. So Brahma was born and he didn't know what he could not see the world. He couldn't understand why is he born, what was the reason for his birth. So that's why he started to circumambulate the space around to find out, okay, you know, he was just looking at in all directions, and that's how he got the 4 heads as well, to look into 4 directions. What's going on? What am I supposed to do? What is the goal of my life? I'm not able to understand. And he just is kind of confused now. This is what is happening to Lord Brahmaji. Lord Brahma was perplexed about the creation, about his creation, the lotus and the world, even though he tried to understand them for 1 millennium, which is beyond calculation in solar years of human beings. So he's not able to understand. He has to do this creation process, but he's not sure. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm not clear. No one, therefore, can know the mystery of creation and cosmic manifestation simply by their mental speculation. If we were to think about with our own endeavors and kind of mentally speculate, we'll not be able to understand how this creation works and how this cosmic manifestation operates. Definitely, we need the mercy of Krishna, so that we'd be able to understand how this world operates, how the creation process takes place. The human being is so limited in his capacity. Without the help of Supreme Lord, he can hardly understand the mystery of the will of the Lord in terms of creation, continuance, and destruction. Continuance means maintenance. So without his will, we'll not be able to understand anything in this world. Okay, even a blade of grass doesn't move without Krishna's will. So what about creation? What about maintenance? What about destruction? Everything operates under his will. This is the point we need to understand, dear kids. Now, the question comes to us. Mental speculation. Is it possible to know Lord through mental speculation? Why or why not? Right? The subject matter of the speculations of Brahma in the beginning regarding the creation of cosmic manifestation is still a subject matter for mental speculators. How come Brahma doesn't know? How come he's not able to understand the process of creation? This is kind of bewildering to all the mental speculators, right? The most intelligent man is he who tries to find the cause of his personal existence and that of whole cosmic creation, and thus he tries to find the ultimate cause. If his attempt is properly executed with penances and perseverance, it sure be crowned with success. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, see, Brahma, his body is full of intelligence, okay, and he is very subtle in his body. As far as he is concerned, he is very subtle. So we can understand he is trying to kind of speculate and understand what is the purpose of him coming into this world and all that. But we understand only by Supreme Lord's mercy he'd be able to get to know, and that too he has to worship Supreme Lord, isn't it? Through penance, some form of perseverance, and that's how he's going to get success. This is what Srila Prabhupada says us. And I see Rai Prahlad, you have raised your hand, dear. Come on up. What's your question?
You told me that Brahma was wondering when he was first born in the universe. He was wondering why he was born for. Why didn't Krishna come as any form or come as himself and then just tell Brahma what he was made for and to do this job?
Yeah, wonderful, right, Prahlad? Beautiful question, dear. This shows how nicely you're listening to class, isn't it? How old are you?
Mataji, I'm 8.
Oh, you turned 8? You were 7 last year, isn't it? You turned 8 now?
Yes, just
this
February.
February?
Yeah, Janavi and Rai Prahlad on the same dates, Mataji.
February when?
Rai Prahlad is
19.
Oh, February 19th you were born?
No, Mataji, I was born in February 20th, but Jeremy was born one day earlier than me. That's all.
Okay, she's 19 and you are 20. And you know what? My son is 18.
Oh,
So we
February
have,
18, Mataji?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice. They are born on Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day.
Wow, beautiful. So, yeah, so coming back to your question, right, Prahlad, you know what? Krishna, he did not help Arjuna until Arjuna actually surrendered to him and came to Krishna and said, Krishna, I accept you as my spiritual master, and now you have to tell me what I have to do. And that is when I will carry out what I need to do. I mean, that's how I will be able to carry out your instructions. If I treat you as a friend, I may not be able to obey your instructions. So I surrender on to you, Lord Krishna, and you please teach me what I have to do. I'm really confused about taking this Gandiva bow and fighting with Kauravas. I am not able to do. My mind is reeling. My hands are slippery. I'm kind of not able to. I'm not in a position to fight with the Kaurava army because they are my relatives. They are my kith and kin. How am I supposed to fight with my Guru Vargas? No, I'm not able to do so. Please instruct me, dear Krishna. I will take you as my spiritual master. And that is when what happened, right, Prahlad? Krishna started to give instructions to Arjuna. Till that time, he did not go to Arjuna. He didn't say, no, see, I'm giving you all these instructions. Take it from me. Krishna doesn't voluntarily do that. He wants the devotees to come to him. Do some sort of, see, can you go back to Godhead immediately? No, right? You have to perform sadhana. Then only Krishna will take you. He will see how much you love him. Then only he'll take you back to Godhead, right? We have to put in an endeavor and Krishna is going to give us mercy. Likewise, here also, Brahma has to put in his endeavor. Brahma has to do some tapasya. Then Krishna will tell, yes, this is the way you have to create. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the primary creation, and you, Brahma, you're going to be in charge of secondary creation. This is what I'm going to reveal. But this revelation will happen when Brahma is going to start to do tapasya. Are you able to understand, Rai Prahlad?
Yes, Mataji.
Good. Beautiful job. I know it's such a technical matter. I don't know how. I'm so surprised and I feel so ashamed as well. Ashamed for what? Because you guys are so good and I'm nowhere. I didn't do this kind of reading or listening when I was a small kid. So that's why I feel ashamed. Anyways, now coming back to the chapter. So Lord Brahma, thus contemplating, entered the water through the channel of the stem of the lotus. But in spite of entering the stem and going nearer to the navel of Vishnu, he could not trace the route. He's not able to understand. Yes, he just not able to understand. Okay, I really don't. I'm contemplating, but I'm not getting the answers. What am I supposed to do? That's kind of where he was stuck. So Prabhupada, what is he saying? By the dint of one's personal endeavor, one may go nearer to the Lord, but without Lord's mercy, one cannot reach the ultimate point. This is the point, right, Prahlad, we were trying to answer. Because without Krishna's mercy, nothing is going to happen. Okay, any kind, see, even a blade of grass doesn't move without Krishna's will, isn't it? So this is the point that we are trying to understand through the purport of Srila Prabhupada. For everything, we have to depend on the mercy of Krishna. Any activity we do, anything. So first of all, we need to have some sort of a desire. See, Brahma here is having the desire to know what is the purpose of him coming into this world. How is he going to do the process of creation? So what is that he needs to perform? He's having this desire. Because of this desire, what happens? Krishna is able to understand. Yes, see, this guy is having this desire. He doesn't know how to fulfill his desires. Maybe as Paramatma or some, see, what happens in this real world is that we sort of get guidance from so many sources. Your parents might guide you. Say, your relatives may guide you. Your friends may guide you. Your teachers may guide you. Bhakti Sangha Japa conference teachers can guide you. So this way, there are so many avenues for you to get inputs from, isn't it? Like that, so Brahma is now kind of struggling, but he's going to get input from his heart, from Paramatma. So he would start to then meditate upon hearing that instructions from Paramatma. So, but what happens to us when we get instructions from Paramatma? We may start ignoring. Yeah, it may align with Guru and Shastra, whatever. But then we may start to ignore. No. I'm going to ignore those instructions. It's not going to. I really have no time. You know what? I have a basketball play game today at 3 o'clock and something at 4 o'clock and something at 5 o'clock. I'm not going to. No. I'm not going to involve in process of devotional service. I'm going to ignore my instructions. So what happens to us then? We are ignoring the instructions that Paramatma is trying to guide us, go in the right directions, but sometimes we ignore because of our sense gratificatory desires. So we should be very careful and be sensitive to the instructions that is coming from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra in the form of Paramatma. Okay. So we should be always watchful for that. All right. And now, does anybody know 18.55? Maybe we can have few people recite that verse and try to understand that verse. Okay. Go ahead, dear kids. Raise your hands and I can go to this verse and you can just start. Yeah? Yeah. Right, Prahlad, go ahead, dear.
Mataji, you said to read the verse?
Yeah. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Yeah. Are you not able to see my screen?
No, I
Which says the word mercy is needed.
Okay, it is in the bottom. Bhaktya mama abhijanati.
Okay, here.
Bhaktya mam
Abhijanati.
abjanati yavan yaschasmi tat vasat vata tato mam tatvato nyatva vishate tad anantaram.
Anantaram. Very good. Kavya?
Mataji, can I say the translation too?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschami tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva visate tat anantaram. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. All right, Samskriti.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyashchasma tatvata tato mam tatvato jnanat vishate tad anantaram.
Very good. Radha? Next, Isha.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyashkasmi
Yavan yaschasmi tatvatah.
tato mam tatvato
Nyatva.
gyatva vishate tad anantaram.
Correct. Okay. We have Isha.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanchasmasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnana vishate tad anantaram.
Wonderful. We have the Brinda, I think.
Mataji, did you say Balavinda?
Balavrinda, yes, dear.
Okay, Bhaktya Mama Vijaranti Yavanyasasi Tasvacha Tatvata Tato Mam Tatvato Gyatva Vasati Tad Anantaram.
Okay, Ramchandra, last.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyashchasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gnatva visate tadanantaram.
Very good, very good. So one can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter where? He can enter the kingdom of Godhead. This is the point. So we should, strive to go to Godhead by what? Not by karma or jnana, but by the process of devotional service with devotion to Lord Krishna. This is how we can go. And this is what is the strategy that will be used by Brahma as well to get to know about what is the purpose of him coming into this world. So he can more so understand the purpose. And then he can also understand how he is to create this world. Okay. So this is the understanding, dear kids. I think we can maybe stop here. Okay, I'll just share my screen. The last point, the last slide. Thereafter, being unable to achieve the desired destination, he retired from searching and came back to the top of the lotus. Thus, controlling all objectives, he concentrated his mind on the Supreme Lord. Oh, okay. Then what happened? After concentrating the mind on the Supreme Lord, see, this is samadhi. Samadhi is very, very tough. Okay. Concentrating the mind on the Supreme Lord for a long period of time is samadhi. Okay. You cannot see, we try to complete some rounds. We are kind of distracted, but samadhi is a state where somebody is doing the meditation on the Lord for continuous and long periods of time. Okay. Concentration of mind on the Supreme Lord is certainly a form of devotional service. To cease from the personal sense endeavors and to concentrate on the Supreme Cause is the sign of self-surrender, and self-surrender is present. That is sure sign of devotional service. And each and every living entity needs to engage in devotional service to the Lord if he wishes to understand the ultimate cause of his existence. So we also as living entities, we need to know what is the goal of our life, isn't it? In order to actually know the goal of our life, we have to work on this process. Obviously indulge in this process of devotional service, and that's when we will be able to ultimately understand the cause of all causes, who is Lord Krishna. So with this, we will conclude today's session, dear kids. I know it was a technical session, but you all did a great job. Isha, what is the point here?
So when Brahma did samadhi, like where did he do it? On his flower?
Yeah, he was doing it in the flower. I mean, he's there, right? He came from the navel of Lord Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and he went to the lotus flower, top of it, and then he came back to the navel, looked for some traces, and saw he couldn't find any trace to the root. Yes, he was there in the same position where he was, and then he was trying to locate and doing meditation in there only. Wherever he was born, he was there only. Very good point, Isha. Thank you. All right. So, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled kids. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, dear devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyevacha patithanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All right. Thank you, dears. And we will have Ratnavali Mataji now take over. Thank you, dear Balavrinda. Bye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for the class.
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
I hope the lucky number is 600.
Lucky number is 600. I'll end up doing 1 month session every day, like 24
Yes.
Mataji, did you know the luckiest number is 1000?
1000. Okay.
How is the luckiest number 1000?
Because it's more than 6,000.
Infinity.
Mataji, 16. Infinity is the luckiest. Infinity.
Wow, you have.
Infinity will be here for the rest of our life.
Mataji is 16 because Krishna is 16-year-old.
Okay, awesome. So next time we will do our lucky numbers, and you guys need to tell me all those stories, that many stories to me. Okay?
To you?
No, you.
We have to do infinity story.
Yeah. Let's start from the story. Let me share my screen and we'll start with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay?
During the class, change your bad habits before they turn into samskaras.
Yes, correct. So we'll start with Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare.
So, as you read, change your bad habits before they turn into samskara. What is samskara? Samskara is not something which cannot be gone. Like, it gets so habituated that you won't even find, I mean, without knowing also you'll start doing it. That's called a samskara. So before those bad habits turn into them, we have to change them. Let's see how this one boy who tries to, who has lots of bad habits, how he stopped them. Okay, we'll see that story. Once there was a very naughty boy who had many bad habits. See how he is giggling also. He does so much mischief wherever he goes, right? So he is like, destroys those. And also he has lots of like, watching so much of TV. And also he has always plays, teases his friends and
Mataji, she put a hat on his head that says son of a beach.
a son of a beach. Yeah. Samudra son. so so he has so much of bad habits. So his mom understood, like, oh no, this is like going out of my hand. Now I need to do certain things in order to, correct my son. Otherwise, all these things will destroy his future. So we need to correct him. And she was thinking, and then she thought, one final day, she took him with so much of loving and care, and she told that, okay, now just sit and I'll tell you a story. And that story, listen carefully and you will understand its meaning. So, stories means everyone likes, right? See how Suraj likes stories, he was asking infinity stories. So,
I
like that,
didn't ask for infinity. I was the one who asked 600.
600. Okay, okay. So, like that, so many kids are almost like, very much interested in stories. So, his mom thought, okay, let me tell a story first. Then she started telling. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful house near the side of a lake. So and then she was telling that the house belonged to a very rich businessman. So as a appearance, like if you see him, like he's reading the books and newspaper and all those things. So he saw that, and he used to live with his 8-year-old son. He was really like, so attached to this TV. Every time, 24/7, he used to watch TV, even though he has friends outside. He used to watch TV or play games, PlayStation, and so much things. He used to only stare at the TV. That's all. So his father was like he really used to like him a lot. Like, as all parents like their children, right? So like that, he used to be very loving to his kid, and he cannot shout on him because that might turn into a really nightmare, and he might be very rigid in order to lose this bad habit. So he was very cautious about that, and he was like thinking, what I should do in order to make my boy very good boy instead of having so many bad habits. He couldn't able to even eat properly, good meal. Nothing was there because he was always watching. And while watching, what happens? Like your eyes, gets destroyed, and your eating habits changes because on timely basis you won't even get a proper fruit or vegetables into your tummy, right? Whatever is there, you just grab it or chips or something and you eat it. All these are bad habits to their health, and also mentally, it will destroy his whole growth. He was very worried. As a good parent, he was really worried. So then he thought, okay, let me go to a wise man in the town. Like, there was a very wise man who used to live in that town, and he's like very old man as well. So he has so much of experience. and he knows what to do and how to, I mean, for everything there is a proper answer. So this rich man, he went to the wise man in the town, and he started explaining to that wise man, "Oh, wise master, see, my son is very, very good boy. Actually, he used to be very good, but now he has picked some unhealthy habits. Because unhealthy, why? Because he's watching TV by sitting, right? And he's not playing out. He's not even eating food with healthy food and kind of. He's just doing the junk food. So, and he was saying, I just told him in a very nice way, tried to explain him, but he's not leaving them. He's like, okay, father, leave it. I just wanted to enjoy now. And he starts ignoring me. Can you please help me with this? I'm really worried about him and his future. So, when he told that, the wise man told that, okay, bring him tomorrow morning to my house and let me see what I can do. So next morning, it was really like morning, and then as said, the man promised, he brought his son to this wise man. And the son was also very happy actually to go to the new house. So, like, you know how kids, you all kids get so much into in order to go to someone's house, or or else for a vacation like that. He was very, he went and he saw this wise man, and he said that why, and wise man also received the boy very warmly, saying that, hi, how are you, and please come and sit. And he gave some chocolates and kind of, and then he was very happy. And he told that after having some conversation, this wise man told this little boy, said that, we'll go for a walk, come to the garden, because I can show you so many plants, so many butterflies and everything. And the boy was okay. While they were walking in the garden, there was a big garden actually. So while they were walking in the garden, the wise man saw a sapling. So sapling means, like, just the seed got sprouted. So it's a very baby plant. And he said that, see, there is a very small sapling there. So on the ground, can you remove that for me? And the boy was like, okay, that's my just, like, I can just do it as soon as possible. And it's so easy. And the boy did that easily and presented the sapling to the man. He said that, see how I did it. It's very easy. I can do whatever you tell. And he was very confident about it. Then the wise man told, okay, look there. There was a little grown up plant, small plant, but actually little grown up than the sapling. So he told that, can you go and pluck that plant? Can you do that for me? And the boy said, okay, let me do it. And very easily, he has to put little effort than the sapling, but he was able to pull out with the roots. So you can see the roots out of the plant, right? Like that. He was very smiling and then did it. And then he gave it to the wise man. Now, next he pointed to those bushes. You see those bushes at the right side of the slide. So he's pointed at them and said that, can you go and pull out one bush and get that to me? And he was like, okay, fine. Because he got little, confidence that whatever he can say, he can pull it out, because he's pulled out the sapling and the plant. So after that, he took some effort, because the boy, if you see that his ground, he was like with so much of effort, his teeth were curled up, and then he was like pull the bush. But with some effort, the boy did that too. So he was like, okay, finally I'm done with this pulling. And he took and he gave it to the master. But the master, what he told the man, he told that, do you see this tree? Actually, the small tree, go and pluck and come that, come to me. You need to pluck it with the roots. So the boy was like, okay, now tree, oh my God, I have to go now. And then he started going towards the tree. and he started to pull out with lots of effort. Actually, lot of effort and struggle, he was able to pull that tree out. So because that was a little small tree, right? So he has to put so much of effort because the roots won't come out. It's already grown in deep into the ground. So with so much of effort, he pulled it. After pulling, this wise man was very intelligent. Now he pointed to this big tree and showed that, can you go and plug this, pull this big tree out of the ground with this roots, with the roots. So he was like, okay, now I need to do this. Okay, maybe I can do it because I have also pulled it small tree. So maybe with some more effort, I can do that. The boy was very thinking like that, and he was like, doing calculations. And he went there and he started to pull that out. But the tree was not even moving because this is a small 8-year boy, and the tree seems to be very old. It's like almost like maybe around 30 or 40 years old. So it's not even moving. So the boy tried, and he actually, while pulling, his hands were hurting, his legs were hurting, everything, all his body parts were hurting. But still, he didn't give up. But he was trying for almost like an hour or something. Then he gave up, saying that, oh no, this is not going to happen to me because this tree itself is not moving a single bit also. So how can I even uproot it? No, I cannot do that. So then finally, he went to the wise man and said, sorry, wise man, I cannot pull this tree. It's very old and strong. Even it is not moving with the wind. So how can I do that? So I cannot do it. I'm a small boy. Then the wise man started to tell like this. See, the bad habits are just like these plants and trees. When they're very new saplings, right? Like a sapling, you can get rid of them quickly and easily. But if you let them stay and grow, they grow strong and become like the old tree that cannot be removed. See how nicely he is telling, like, when the bad habits, like, if you start on, like, after 1 month, if you watch the TV, after 2 months, if you watch the TV, what you'll do after 3 months, you will again watch the TV. If mom says that, come, you have to eat now, switch off your laptop or switch off your iPad, what do you say? Forget it, mom, I can't. I have to play this game. Seriously, I don't want to eat now. I'm not hungry. Like that, you just keep on working on your bad habit. So like that, it is very hard. You want, for sometimes you really wanted to get rid of that bad habit, but still you are so much attached to that bad habit that you will never lose it. That's why this boy also understood the meaning, because he did the hard work by pulling all the plants and trees and tried to do that. So he said, forgive me, master, I now understand what my father has been trying to tell me. I will try to drop all my bad habits from now on. So he promised to this white man, like, I will just try to do it. And now, listening to that story, the naughty boy immediately got to his senses and was said, no, I will. He jumped on his legs and said that, I will also stop all my bad habits. I don't even want all these bad habits and behave so bad. I want to behave good so that all kids can play with me now. And he was promising to his mom, saying that from now on I'll be like a good child. And his mom was very happy. And like that, even in our karma, like in a Bhagavad Gita, we also read, right? So with the action, whatever we do, some actions, karma, that becomes like an impression. So if you contemplate on certain things, like I'm just giving an example of watching TV only, because most of the kids I know that they are very much attached to their laptops, because nowadays it's virtual, right? So you have to see and stare the laptop a lot of time, and this will be, you're too attached to the laptops or iPads or anything or any Minecraft. My son always used to do that, and I used to say that no, Minecraft. It will spoil your mind. So like that. So samskaras, it becomes like a samskara. Samskara is nothing but you're habituated. You're so habituated of it. And then it becomes tendency, and then it becomes thought pattern. So you always want to contemplate on it. And then when you always think about it, what will happen? You apply that into the action and you start watching it. So like that, even in your dreams, you'll say that, oh, I'm watching this cartoon, it's so good, I have to watch tomorrow for sure. What is the next episode? What is happening in the next serial? And kind of, so you contemplate on that. And when the time comes, when the next episode comes, you try to go and just go into that and just say, okay, I have this time, and then do it. So instead of that, what you have to do is, you have to have timetable, like for each and everything you need to have a timetable.
Mataji,
Yeah.
did you know my mom really just sent me that she was gonna like make me a timetable, and you're saying the same thing?
Wow, so nice. Yes. So important. Timetable is very, very, very important. That too in summer. For everything, you have time. You should have time, right? Even for brushing your teeth, even for your, waking up early in the morning and doing your rounds, and especially because you are in summer, try to do your rounds early in the morning. That way, big stones come into the jar first, and then small things you can do it later as well. Okay, you have to draw, you have to do summer camp, you have to have Bhagavad Gita slokas, so many of things, and you have to play as well. Go out in the evening and play, because outside playing is really refreshing your mind. So playing outside, and also talking with your friends, but no, not too much of watching TVs. Like if you're watching, it's okay, but not too much. Like while eating or something, you can watch, but if your mom says no means no. Just listen to your parents. Okay. This is the story of a naughty boy. Now, let me see how many naughty boys and girls are there here who wants to do the timetable from tomorrow onwards. You want to share?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Brinda, tell me.
So, Mataji, I would like to say that every single day in the morning before I go to school, I chant my 3 rounds very perfectly, and also do my 4 chapters, and then I go to school. It doesn't matter if I go late.
Wow, that's Brinda. You are really inspiring to me, Brinda. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Mataji. And then when I come back home, I don't need to do anything. I just need to I just sleep for 1 hour, because I don't really I'm sleepy, so I just sleep for 1 hour, and then I wake up, and in Damodar class I start chanting my rounds. But after Damodar class, I have to do my reading.
Oh, awesome. Very good.
Goranga Darshan's Prabhuji's book, and also Goranga book. Goranga.
Wow, so
Lord
good,
Chaitanya
so
Mahaprabhu's
good.
book. I have to read it.
Very good, very good.
2 pages of each book.
Wow, each book, 2 pages. Wow, you are so inspiring, Vinda. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Kavya, I see that you raised your hand.
Mataji, can we have another story?
It's already 8:07. There is no time now in order to complete next story. So
Yes,
next,
there is.
only 2 more minutes. So let's have the discussion now, and next time we can have. Okay, 2 stories. Okay.
Okay.
And who else wants to say? Anyone? No? Okay. Then we will stop the class here. Okay. Next week we'll again meet.
Pancha
भूतेभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna, Mother English class.
Pati Jai.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Hare Krishna. Glories to all kids.
Your son is very inspiring.
Oh no. He should get inspiration from all of you kids.
No, Mataji, he's inspiring. He's very inspiring.
Thank you. Okay then.
Bye, Mataji.
Bye.
Okay, Mummy, is there Madhava class? There's no Madhava class? And no, first I have to stop the recording.
No need from that.